So guys, this is my review for Berserk 1997 original OG for episode 9. And with that, let's not waste any time, guys. Let's jump into this review video. So guys, in this episode, it definitely it was straight to the point. I wasn't sure how they were gonna go about setting up the whole the whole assassination attempt on Griffith. I just wasn't sure if they were going to prolong it to up to 2 to 3 episodes. Yeah, just didn't know. I wasn't. I kind of wasn't expecting it to be the very next episode, but I don't mind that at all because I did enjoy this episode. But Urius pretty much sets this up. I did enjoy the fact that we got a chance to see the king. We got a chance to see the king do something else, besides what he had been doing as basically being shown as a ruler. He goes out and he's hunting with his with his people. And again, Urius is setting up basically the assassination attempt on Griffith's life during this episode. So I did enjoy the fact that even though I was kind of expecting it to be roughly 2 episodes, I did enjoy the fact that it really was the very next episode, per the conversation that he had at the end of episode 8, to set this all up and get it moving in forward in motion. Now, obviously, the setup to here moving forward in the episode, because it was pretty much just basically centered around the assassination attempt itself. I again, the princess, pretty much her saying that she felt like it was her fault, because Urius hired Yale, that was a part of his White Dragon team, to do the assassination attempt, because Yale was his best archer on his team. That obviously she believed that it was her fault, and technically it wasn't even her fault. You consider and say that it could have been Guts' fault, because they were chasing the boar. The boar gets redirected by Guts, and then the boar goes in the direction of the princess's horse, which of course makes the horse run off, and then of course Griffiths chases after her to save her. That no real blame can be pointed in anybody's direction, just because of the fact that they were basically doing a normal day, a normal day of hunting. So it was just one of those things that you can sit back and say it was nobody's fault. It was just one of those things that literally went in the direction that it was supposed to go, even though the assassination attempt itself shouldn't even be happening anyway, because Urius is just being a jealous bum. But it's just one of those things that it just went in this direction, and things happened the way that they did, leading into the assassination attempt. Now, obviously, we find out that Griffith survives the assassination attempt because of the egg of the king that pretty much saved his life. Here's what I was assuming had occurred. I just didn't say it during my reaction a couple of hours ago, but I was thinking, I just didn't say it. I didn't even say it towards the end after I watched. But I felt that when Yale shot the arrow in the chest plate of Griffith, that I assumed that the egg of the king is what blocked it. Like the arrow hit his chest, and because he was wearing it, that it got stuck. Like not Griffith himself. The egg of the king got hit itself, like by the arrow. So that's what I'm believing is what occurred here. But at the same time, that there's no evidence of that, because even though he pulls it out to show, it doesn't look like it even got hit at all. So it's just like his chest more than likely probably got pierced by the poisonous arrow, but it just didn't work because of this magical egg that he's continuously wears around his neck. So that's what I was assuming. Like I said, I just didn't say it, and I should have said it during my reaction, but I just didn't. It was just something that I was thinking. It's just I didn't specifically say what I was talking about here in this video. I was saying I basically was saying like that it has to be because of the thing around his neck. But I was assuming that specific thing around his neck is what got pierced by the arrow and not his chest. And so now, basically towards the end of this, episode, we see that that Griffith is basically hiring Gus to do do a revenge assassination of Urias himself, because of the fact that he hired Yale to use this poisonous arrow, use the poison itself, from the Kalagal being, that he is basically upset that this attempt on his life has occurred, and now he is looking for revenge. But again, he's tasking Guts to do it for him instead of him doing it himself. But I really don't have a problem with him doing this. I believe that most of us who've seen through up to episode 9, that most of us would look to do the same, because it's like, we were just out here just minding our own business. We were having a great conversation with the princess. There was no rhyme or reason for somebody to try to kill me, so since you tried to do it since you tried to attempt to take my life, I have every right to turn around and do the same towards you. So I'm hiring one of my top cats to come after you, since you hired one of your top cats to come after me. So, most of us would be like, yeah, we're an eye for an eye. Let's get it. So, it's just one of those things where, like I just said, it's an eye for an eye thing. Look, Gus is gonna go out here. Griffith told him, try not to be seen, and Urias's life is probably more than likely gonna get taken. But at the same time, I don't know. It may backfire, and Gus may get in trouble. Then again, and in turn, Griffith will get in trouble, and something else will happen. We'll see. But all in all, I enjoyed episode 9, guys, and I'm getting ready to actually go watch episode 10 and react to it and upload it to the channel, and then do my review for episode 10. But what did you all think of episode 9 when you first watched it? What were your thoughts? Leave some comments in the comments below. What did you all think of this review video? But with that, I will talk to you all over in episode 10 and my review of episode 10 and more Berserk 1997 original version anime. Peace, guys.